Everything in the universe operates under specific laws, and one of the most powerful yet least understood is the quantum law, the principle that your thoughts, emotions, and energy shape your reality. Most people live unaware of this law, trapped in cycles of struggle and limitation. But once you master it, everything changes. The shift happens. This book is your guide to unlocking the hidden potential of your mind, harnessing quantum principles, and creating a life of abundance, success, and fulfillment. Introduction. Everything in the universe operates under precise laws, whether we recognize them or not, and among the most powerful yet least understood is the quantum law, a principle that governs how reality is shaped by consciousness, energy, and vibration. Unlike the physical laws we observe in daily life, such as gravity or motion, the quantum law is deeply intertwined with the unseen forces that influence everything we experience. From the smallest subatomic particles to the vastness of the cosmos, everything is connected through an intricate field of energy, responding to thoughts, emotions, and focused intentions. This means that reality is not fixed, but fluid, constantly being shaped by the energy you emit and the level of awareness you bring to each moment. Most people remain unaware of this law, living reactively and believing they are victims of circumstance. They attribute their struggles to luck, fate, or external conditions, unaware that they are in constant communication with the quantum field. Their thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are sending out energetic signals, determining what they attract into their lives. Those who remain stuck in patterns of doubt, fear, and scarcity unknowingly reinforce those very realities, experiencing the same cycles of limitation over and over again. On the other hand, those who harness the principles of the quantum field understand that they are not separate from the universe, but an active participant in its unfolding. They recognize that their internal state directly shapes the external world, and by consciously shifting their energy, they can create a new reality. Scientific discoveries in quantum mechanics have already revealed that observation influences reality. In the famous double-slit experiment, researchers found that when a particle is observed, its behavior changes. It collapses from a wave of infinite possibilities into a single, defined outcome. This proves that consciousness plays an undeniable role in shaping what we experience. If this is true at the microscopic level, imagine the impact of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs on your daily life. Every moment, you are either intentionally directing your energy toward your desires or unconsciously reinforcing the patterns you wish to escape. The key to transformation lies in understanding how to collapse infinite possibilities into the reality you truly want. The shift happens the moment you grasp this concept, not just intellectually, but experientially. The moment you stop perceiving yourself as a passive observer of life and start seeing yourself as the creator, everything changes. The struggle to force things into existence dissolves because you begin to align with the energy of what you seek, rather than chase after it. You no longer fight against reality. Instead, you mold it through your state of being. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach suddenly appear. Synchronicities become a regular occurrence, and life begins to unfold in a way that feels almost effortless. But this is not luck or wishful thinking. It is the result of a fundamental shift in how you interact with the fabric of reality itself. This book is designed to take you beyond theory and into practice, guiding you through the process of applying the quantum law in your daily life. You will learn how to reprogram your subconscious mind, raise your vibrational frequency, and shift into alignment with your highest potential. Through understanding the mechanics of energy, intention, and emotional mastery, you'll no longer be controlled by external circumstances, but will instead become a deliberate architect of your own experience. Whether you seek financial abundance, deeper relationships, improved health, or a sense of inner peace, the principles of the quantum law remain the same. The moment you master this, the shift happens. The universe is already responding to your energy, The only question is whether you will begin to respond back with intention and clarity. Chapter 1. The Quantum Field and You. Everything in existence, from the vast galaxies to the smallest subatomic particles, is interconnected through an invisible yet omnipresent field of energy, known as the quantum field. This field is not merely a philosophical idea or a mystical concept. It is a fundamental reality supported by the most advanced discoveries in quantum physics. Unlike the classical Newtonian understanding of the world, which assumes that objects exist as separate, fixed entities, quantum mechanics reveals that everything is made up of fluctuating waves of energy, constantly interacting and influencing one another. At the most fundamental level, there is no solid matter, only energy vibrating at different frequencies, taking form based on observation and intention. This means that what we perceive as reality is not as rigid as it seems, but instead a dynamic and ever-changing field of infinite possibilities. The quantum field is a vast ocean of potential, where every possible version of your life already exists in an unmanifested state, waiting to be shaped by the energy you emit through your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Your consciousness is not separate from this field, but an active participant in its functioning. Every thought you think generates an electromagnetic signal, which is sent out into the quantum field like a broadcast frequency, attracting circumstances, experiences, and people that match the vibrational signature of that thought. If you consistently dwell in a state of fear, self-doubt, or scarcity, your energy aligns with those frequencies, and the field reflects back experiences that reinforce them. You may find yourself trapped in repeating patterns, unable to break free from financial struggles, toxic relationships, or unfulfilled desires, not because life is against you, but because you are unknowingly tuning into the wrong energetic channel. However, when you shift your focus to higher states of consciousness such as gratitude, abundance, confidence, and love, you begin to resonate with entirely different frequencies, activating new possibilities and drawing them into your life. The key to transformation is understanding that your external reality is not something happening to you, but something being shaped by you in every moment, whether consciously or unconsciously. Scientific experiments have already demonstrated the astonishing power of the quantum field. One of the most well-known studies, the double-slit experiment, proved that particles behave as both waves and solid matter, depending on whether they are being observed. When unobserved, they exist as waves of probability, meaning that multiple outcomes are possible, but when observed, they collapse into a single definite state. This suggests that consciousness itself plays a direct role in shaping reality. Another phenomenon, known as quantum entanglement, reveals that two particles, even when separated by vast distances, remain instantaneously connected, meaning that an action performed on one particle will immediately affect the other, no matter how far apart they are. This proves that the fabric of reality is interconnected beyond the limitations of time and space, hinting at a deeper structure of existence that is influenced by awareness and intention. If these principles apply at the quantum level, then they also apply to your life, because you are not separate from the universe. You are the universe experiencing itself through consciousness. The energy field that makes up the cosmos is the same energy that flows through you, meaning that you are in direct communication with the quantum field at all times, whether you realize it or not. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every belief you hold is like an input signal into this cosmic matrix, determining which version of reality you experience. Most people operate unconsciously, reacting to life based on conditioned patterns, unaware that they are actively shaping their circumstances. But when you awaken to the truth of your influence over the field, you gain the ability to intentionally direct your energy toward the outcomes you desire. The quantum field contains all possibilities, meaning that the version of you who is wealthy, healthy, successful, and fulfilled already exists as a potential reality within this field. You do not have to struggle, chase, or force things to happen. Instead, you must align with the energetic state that matches the reality you wish to experience. This is why two people with similar backgrounds and external conditions can have vastly different outcomes. One may thrive while the other remains stuck, because they are tuning into different frequencies of possibility within the field. Just as a radio can only play the station it is tuned to, your life reflects whatever frequency you are broadcasting. If you are not experiencing the reality you desire, it is not because it does not exist, it is because you are not yet in vibrational alignment with it. The power of intentional focus is what allows you to collapse the quantum possibilities into tangible experiences. When you learn to harness the energy of your thoughts and emotions with precision, you begin to command reality instead of reacting to it. This is not wishful thinking or passive visualization. It is the application of quantum principles in a deliberate and structured way. By shifting your dominant state of being, you rewire the signals you send into the field, altering what you attract and experience. Every moment presents a new opportunity to realign your energy and step into a new timeline where the life you truly desire becomes your reality. The universe is not random or indifferent. It is responsive, mirroring back the energy you emit. This realization is the first step toward mastering conscious creation. Instead of feeling powerless, waiting for circumstances to change, or hoping for luck, you begin to take control of your vibration, knowing that you are the architect of your reality. Every thought, emotion, and belief you cultivate is shaping your destiny, and once you understand this, you no longer need to struggle against life. You simply shift your state of being, and the external world follows. Whether you choose to live by default or by design is entirely up to you, but the truth remains. The quantum field is always listening, always responding, and always reflecting back the energy you choose to embody. The question is, will you use this knowledge to consciously create the life you desire, or will you continue to let unconscious patterns dictate your reality? Chapter 2: Energy, Frequency, and Vibration. Everything in the universe, from the stars in the sky to the cells in your body, is composed of energy vibrating at different frequencies, and this fundamental truth applies not only to the physical world, but also to your thoughts, emotions, and overall state of being. The idea that everything is energy is not just a spiritual belief, but a scientific fact proven through quantum physics, which reveals that matter is not truly solid, but rather a concentration of energy vibrating at specific rates. At the smallest level, what appears to be physical substance is actually made up of subatomic particles in constant motion, and their behavior is influenced by forces such as frequency and vibration. This means that everything you perceive, interact with, and experience is a result of vibrational energy, including the events and circumstances of your life. The key to understanding how to shape your reality lies in recognizing that the energy you emit through your thoughts, emotions, and focus determines the quality of experiences you attract, because the quantum field responds not to your wishes or intentions, but to your dominant vibrational state. Each thought you think generates an electromagnetic signal, which interacts with the quantum field and attracts experiences that match its vibrational frequency. When you experience emotions such as joy, gratitude, love, and confidence, you raise your energetic frequency, aligning yourself with higher vibrational possibilities such as abundance, synchronicities, and effortless manifestations. Conversely, when you dwell in fear, doubt, resentment, or frustration, you lower your vibration and attract more circumstances that reinforce those feelings. This is why certain people seem to live in a constant state of struggle, while others appear to experience an effortless flow of opportunities and success. It is not luck or random chance, but rather a direct result of the frequencies they are tuning into. Just as a radio cannot pick up a station it is not tuned to, your life cannot reflect experiences that do not match your dominant energetic signal. If you desire wealth, health, success, or fulfilling relationships, you must first align your internal frequency with the state of being that naturally attracts those experiences. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest minds in history, once said, "If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration." His statement reflects a profound truth. Everything you desire already exists in the quantum field, but you can only experience it once you attune yourself to its frequency. This is why people who practice gratitude, visualization, and meditation often experience rapid transformations, because these practices help shift their vibrational state and align them with higher frequencies of reality. Scientific studies have even shown that emotions such as love and appreciation generate coherent electromagnetic waves in the body, while emotions such as stress and anger create chaotic, disharmonious patterns. These vibrational patterns influence not only your own biology, but also the energetic field around you, affecting the people, circumstances, and outcomes you attract. Your entire existence is a vibrational game, and the degree to which you master your frequency determines how easily you manifest your desires. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is that they must work hard to create change, when in reality, the most powerful shifts occur through energy alignment rather than force. The reason most people struggle to manifest their desires is that they focus on what they lack, unknowingly reinforcing the vibration of scarcity and blocking themselves from receiving what they want. When you desire something from a place of need, desperation, or lack, you are actually signaling to the quantum field that you do not yet have it, which keeps you stuck in that state. However, when you shift your frequency and embody the feeling of already having what you desire, feeling abundant before wealth arrives, feeling love before the relationship manifests, feeling healthy before healing occurs, you create a vibrational match with your desired reality, allowing it to materialize effortlessly. The key is to become the energy of what you seek before it appears in your physical reality. This is why practices such as meditation, affirmations, visualization, and breathwork are so effective, not because they magically create results, but because they help shift your vibrational state. Meditation raises your frequency by quieting the mind and reducing resistance. Affirmations help rewire subconscious patterns that may be lowering your vibration, and visualization helps align your emotions with your desired outcomes. These practices train you to consciously choose higher frequencies, rather than unconsciously reacting to circumstances. Most people operate in a state of energetic autopilot, allowing external conditions to dictate their vibration. When things go well, they feel happy, and when things go wrong, they feel frustrated or discouraged. But true mastery comes from the ability to maintain a high vibration regardless of external circumstances, knowing that reality will eventually reorganize itself to match your internal state. Another crucial aspect of energy mastery is awareness of your environment and the influences around you. Everything you expose yourself to, whether it's the people you interact with, the music you listen to, or the thoughts you entertain, has a vibrational impact on your energy field. Negative people, toxic environments, and fear-based media can lower your frequency without you even realizing it, making it harder to align with your desired reality. This is why high performers, successful entrepreneurs, and spiritually awakened individuals are very intentional about what they consume and who they surround themselves with. They understand that their energy is their most valuable asset, and they protect it fiercely. You must take control of your vibration by consciously choosing what you allow into your mental, emotional, and physical space. Even physical health is deeply connected to energy and vibration. Every organ in your body has its own electromagnetic frequency, and imbalances in your emotional or mental state can disrupt the energetic flow within you, leading to illness or fatigue. Studies in quantum biology have shown that cells communicate through electromagnetic signals and that emotions can alter genetic expression, proving that your thoughts and emotions directly impact your physical well-being. This is why people who practice positive thinking, mindfulness, and gratitude tend to have stronger immune systems and greater longevity, because they are literally raising the frequency of their cells, creating harmony within their bodies. Ultimately, the secret to mastering reality lies in mastering your own vibration. The external world is nothing more than a mirror, reflecting the energy you consistently emit. If you are not experiencing the life you desire, the solution is not to fight harder, but to shift your frequency until your external reality naturally aligns with it. Most people try to change their circumstances first, hoping that once they achieve success, love, or happiness, they will finally feel good. But the truth is, you must feel good first. Raise your vibration now, and everything else will follow. When you understand that energy is the foundation of everything, you no longer chase, force, or struggle. You simply align, and the universe responds. Instead of asking, "How do I get what I want?" start asking, "How do I align with the frequency of what I desire?" The moment you make this shift, your entire reality begins to transform. Chapter 3: The Power of Conscious Observation. Conscious observation is not merely an act of looking at something, it is the fundamental force that shapes and determines reality itself. In the quantum realm, particles exist in a state of probability until they are observed, at which point they collapse into a defined state, proving that consciousness has a direct impact on the physical world. This means that what you observe, focus on, and give attention to is not just passively acknowledged, but actively influences the reality you experience. Most people go through life unaware of this power, believing that reality is something fixed and external. But in truth, your mind acts as the architect of your world by selecting which quantum possibilities materialize. Every thought you think and every emotion you feel emits a vibrational signal that interacts with the quantum field, reinforcing certain patterns and collapsing them into tangible experiences. The more attention you give to something, whether positive or negative, the stronger it becomes in your reality, as your observation acts like an energetic magnifying glass, intensifying the frequency of whatever you focus on. This explains why individuals who constantly dwell on problems, fears, and limitations tend to experience more of them, while those who cultivate awareness of opportunities, abundance, and success seem to attract these conditions effortlessly. The universe does not distinguish between what you want and what you fear. It simply mirrors back the energy of your dominant focus, making conscious observation the single most important factor in determining your personal reality. At the quantum level, scientists have demonstrated through the double-slit experiment that a particle behaves as both a wave and a particle until it is observed, at which point it takes on a fixed form. This groundbreaking discovery suggests that reality is not solid or predetermined, but is instead a fluid field of infinite potential that only becomes defined when interacted with by consciousness. If subatomic particles, which make up everything in existence, are influenced by observation, then it logically follows that your conscious awareness is actively shaping the world around you at every moment. This is why quantum physicists and metaphysicians alike stress the importance of attention, as the act of focusing on something literally brings it into being. When you understand this principle, you begin to realize that every thought and perception is a choice that either limits or expands your potential. Most people unknowingly collapse undesirable realities into existence by fixating on obstacles, negativity, and doubt, reinforcing the illusion that they are powerless to change their circumstances. However, those who master the art of conscious observation recognize that they can shift their reality simply by changing what they focus on. This is why visualization, affirmations, and mindfulness practices are so powerful, not because they are wishful thinking, but because they train your consciousness to direct its focus in a way that aligns with the reality you want to experience. Your mind is like a quantum filter, constantly selecting what aspects of reality to bring into focus, while ignoring infinite other possibilities. This is why two people can experience the same event and perceive it in completely different ways. One may see an opportunity while the other sees a problem. Yet, both interpretations become self-fulfilling prophecies because reality molds itself to match the observer's perspective. The ability to consciously direct your focus is the key to mastering your external world, because what you observe consistently is what gains momentum in your life. If you constantly focus on lack, struggle, or failure, you strengthen those frequencies, causing them to become recurring patterns in your experience. On the other hand, if you train yourself to observe abundance, opportunities, and possibilities, you shift into a reality where these things become more readily available. This explains why some people seem to attract success and synchronicities effortlessly, while others struggle despite taking action. The difference is not effort alone, but the vibration and frequency of their dominant focus. The key to shifting reality is not in blindly taking action, but in first aligning your consciousness with the outcomes you desire through intentional observation. Many people misunderstand the power of observation because they believe they must simply wish for something to happen. But the reality is that observation must be paired with belief and embodiment. If you observe a desired outcome while simultaneously doubting its possibility, you are sending mixed signals into the quantum field, which results in stagnation or delayed manifestations. This is why true conscious observation requires certainty, a deep, unwavering knowing that reality is shaped by your awareness and that the universe will respond accordingly. The most powerful individuals, whether in business, sports, or personal transformation, have an almost unshakable ability to see their desired outcome as inevitable, regardless of external conditions. They do not wait for evidence before believing. They believe first, and the evidence follows. This is why visualization is such a potent tool. When you imagine an outcome vividly and emotionally, your subconscious mind begins to interpret it as reality, reinforcing the frequency of its manifestation. Studies have shown that the brain does not distinguish between a real experience and an intensely imagined one, meaning that whatever you observe in your mind with enough clarity and emotional energy begins to take root in your external world. Another crucial aspect of conscious observation is neutrality, the ability to observe without resistance or attachment. Many people unknowingly sabotage their manifestations because they observe from a place of lack or desperation, reinforcing the very state they wish to change. For example, someone who wants financial abundance but constantly checks their bank account in frustration is actually observing and reinforcing scarcity, keeping themselves stuck in that vibration. The secret is to observe with the energy of already having what you desire, shifting your internal state to match the frequency of your intended outcome. When you observe from a place of certainty, gratitude, and detachment, you collapse realities into existence with far greater ease, because there is no resistance blocking the flow of energy. The reason most people struggle with manifestation is that they observe their desires from a place of not having, which signals to the universe that they are in a state of lack. To master this principle, you must train yourself to observe your life as though your desired reality is already unfolding, feeling the emotions associated with that reality as if it has already materialized. Furthermore, conscious observation extends beyond personal manifestations. It also applies to how you perceive others, circumstances, and even time itself. Your expectations of people shape how they respond to you, meaning that if you expect the best from someone, they are more likely to rise to that expectation. If you constantly observe life as a series of struggles, your mind will filter experiences in a way that confirms that belief, reinforcing a cycle of hardship. Similarly, if you observe time as limited, always feeling rushed or behind, you create a reality where time feels restrictive. However, those who observe time as abundant and expansive often find themselves with more flow, ease, and synchronicity in their schedules. Your observation is not just passive, it is an active force that sculpts your experience in ways beyond what most people realize. Ultimately, mastering conscious observation means taking radical responsibility for how you direct your awareness, understanding that your focus is not just influencing your thoughts, but actively shaping your external world. Every second, you are given the opportunity to choose what to observe, and in doing so, you are choosing what aspects of reality to reinforce. The most transformative realization is that you are never a victim of circumstance. You are always the observer who determines how reality responds. The key to shifting your life is not to fight against unwanted conditions, but to train yourself to observe differently, aligning your focus with the version of reality you wish to experience. When you fully grasp this, you unlock the true power of consciousness, stepping into a state where manifestation becomes effortless, synchronicities become common, and reality bends to match your awareness. Chapter 4. Collapsing Possibilities into Reality. Reality is not something fixed and predetermined. It is a dynamic and ever-changing field of infinite potential that responds directly to the focus and intention of your consciousness. In the quantum realm, every possible outcome already exists as a probability, waiting to be selected and brought into physical form through the act of observation. Particles exist in a state of superposition, meaning they hold multiple potential states simultaneously, but the moment they are observed, they collapse into a single defined reality. This means that at any given moment, you are surrounded by countless versions of your future success, failure, abundance, scarcity, love, loneliness, all existing as possibilities within the quantum field, waiting for you to choose which one will solidify into your lived experience. The power to collapse a possibility into reality is determined by the precision, intensity, and consistency of your conscious focus. Most people unknowingly create unwanted realities because they focus on doubt, fear, or the absence of what they desire, reinforcing a frequency that strengthens undesirable outcomes. When you allow your attention to fluctuate between belief and uncertainty, you send conflicting signals to the universe, making it difficult for any one outcome to take full form. However, when you develop unwavering certainty in a specific reality, maintaining a clear mental image and strong emotional connection to it, you begin to collapse that possibility with increasing force, drawing it into physical manifestation with greater speed. The mechanism behind this is not just metaphysical, but deeply scientific, as demonstrated by the double-slit experiment, where a particle behaves as a wave of potential until it is observed, at which point it assumes a fixed state. This proves that observation itself is an active force that determines the nature of reality, meaning your thoughts and focus are not passive, but are actively shaping the world around you at the quantum level. Your consciousness is the selector of reality, determining which probability will materialize based on the frequency you emit through your beliefs, emotions, and focus. Every thought you think, every expectation you hold, and every assumption you make serves as an instruction to the quantum field, signaling what version of reality you want to experience. Most people operate unconsciously, allowing external circumstances to dictate their focus, which causes them to repeatedly collapse realities that mirror their current conditions rather than shifting into new ones. The key to transforming your life lies in breaking this cycle by consciously directing your focus toward the reality you desire with such intensity and certainty that it becomes the dominant vibration in your field. The brain itself does not distinguish between a vividly imagined reality and an actual physical experience, which means that the more you mentally and emotionally immerse yourself in the desired outcome, the stronger the neurological and energetic imprint becomes. This is why high performers in sports, business, and creative fields use visualization techniques to mentally rehearse their success before it happens. By doing so, they condition their nervous system and subconscious mind to accept their desired reality as already real, making it far easier for that reality to materialize in the external world. Studies in neuroscience show that repeatedly focusing on a thought strengthens the neural pathways associated with it, making it a more dominant part of your identity. This means that if you consistently hold the vision of yourself as successful, healthy, wealthy, or fulfilled, your brain begins to rewire itself to reflect that identity, influencing your actions, decisions, and energetic alignment in ways that accelerate the collapse of that reality. The more you practice embodying your desired future in your thoughts and emotions, the more natural and effortless it becomes to step into that version of yourself. Many people struggle with manifestation because they attempt to collapse a reality while simultaneously observing the absence of their desire, which creates resistance and slows the process. For example, someone who wants financial abundance but constantly checks their bank account with frustration is reinforcing the reality of lack because their dominant observation is focused on what is missing. To truly collapse a possibility into reality, you must learn to observe from a place of certainty, acting and feeling as if the desired outcome is already unfolding. This does not mean pretending or forcing belief. It means shifting your inner state to align with the frequency of the reality you wish to experience. The universe does not respond to wishful thinking, but to the energetic certainty that something already exists. The strongest confirmations of this principle come from individuals who have defied all odds, achieving remarkable success, healing from terminal illnesses, or overcoming impossible barriers simply because they refuse to acknowledge any other possibility than their desired outcome. These individuals did not passively hope for change. They knew with absolute conviction that their reality was already shifting, and the universe rearranged itself to match that certainty. Another key factor in collapsing reality is the principle of detachment, which means maintaining certainty without becoming fixated on how or when the manifestation will happen. Many people unknowingly block their desires by obsessing over outcomes, which creates energetic resistance because their observation is rooted in anxiety rather than trust. The most effective way to collapse a desired reality is to hold a calm, confident expectation. Much like placing an order at a restaurant, you do not worry about whether the food will arrive. You simply expect it. Those who master this principle find that their manifestations occur effortlessly because they are not introducing resistance into the process. Time itself is fluid in the quantum field, which is why some people experience rapid shifts while others take years. Your perception of time and your ability to hold unwavering focus determine the speed at which reality materializes. If you believe something will take years, that belief collapses a timeline where that reality takes years. If you believe something can happen instantly, you create a quantum bridge that allows for near immediate manifestation. Synchronicities and seemingly miraculous coincidences are signs that a reality is in the process of collapsing, as the universe begins arranging events, people, and opportunities in alignment with your chosen outcome. These signs are not random. They are confirmations that your observation is successfully influencing reality. However, many people dismiss these signs or allow doubt to creep in, causing them to waver in their focus and slow down the manifestation process. To accelerate the collapse of a desired reality, you must develop the ability to ignore contradictory evidence in the external world and remain steadfast in your inner vision. Reality is fluid, and the physical world is simply a lagging reflection of your dominant vibration, meaning that even if your current circumstances do not yet reflect your desire, they will inevitably shift if you maintain unwavering certainty. Those who fail to manifest their desires often give up too soon, not realizing that reality was on the verge of shifting before they reintroduced doubt and stopped the process. Ultimately, collapsing possibilities into reality is about mastering the art of selective focus, choosing to observe only the version of reality you wish to experience, while disregarding all conflicting possibilities. The most powerful individuals in history, visionaries, innovators, spiritual leaders have all demonstrated this principle, holding firm to their vision even in the face of external opposition. They understood that reality is not dictated by past conditions, but by present consciousness, meaning that the only limitations that exist are those that are consistently observed. Once you grasp this, you no longer see circumstances as fixed obstacles, but as temporary illusions that can be reshaped through the power of your awareness. You step into a state of creation where manifestation is no longer a struggle, but a natural byproduct of your alignment. Instead of reacting to life, you become the architect of your reality, deliberately selecting and collapsing the experiences you wish to have. Every moment, you are making a choice, whether consciously or unconsciously, about which version of reality you will experience. By learning to direct your observation with precision, emotional alignment, and certainty, you unlock the ability to collapse possibilities at will, transforming your life in ways that most people believe to be impossible. Chapter 5. Emotions as Quantum Catalysts. Emotions are not just passive experiences. They are active forces that shape reality at the quantum level, serving as the energetic catalysts that determine which possibilities collapse into tangible form. Every potential version of your life exists simultaneously in the quantum field, waiting for a force strong enough to bring it into physical existence, and that force is your emotional energy. Unlike thoughts, which remain within the domain of the mind, emotions create a full-body experience that influences your nervous system, electromagnetic field, and the quantum environment surrounding you. The universe does not respond to what you simply think, it responds to what you feel with intensity and consistency. When you experience an emotion, you generate a powerful vibrational signature that acts as a signal, communicating with the quantum field in real time. This signal is what determines the reality you attract, meaning that if you can control and direct your emotional state, you can control and direct your manifestations. High-frequency emotions like love, joy, gratitude, and excitement amplify your energetic field, sending a coherent and powerful message to the universe that aligns with expansive, abundant, and desirable realities. On the other hand, low-frequency emotions such as fear, doubt, frustration, and sadness create disharmony, reinforcing limiting realities and preventing the manifestation of higher possibilities. The reason emotions are so powerful is that they generate biochemical and electromagnetic changes that alter both your internal state and your external reality. The heart, which emits the strongest electromagnetic field in the body, radiates this energy outward, influencing not only your nervous system, but also the energetic frequencies of the environment around you. Studies in heart coherence have shown that when people enter states of gratitude and love, their heart rhythms become more synchronized, and this coherent energy field extends beyond the body, interacting with the quantum field in a way that magnetizes positive experiences. This is why individuals who cultivate elevated emotions often experience synchronicities, rapid manifestations, and seemingly miraculous outcomes, because they are actively shaping the quantum probabilities around them through their energetic state. One of the most misunderstood aspects of manifestation is that thinking alone is not enough. You must feel the emotions of your desired reality as if it were already happening to collapse that probability into existence. Many people focus on their goals intellectually, but fail to emotionally align with them, which weakens their signal and prevents manifestation from occurring. For example, someone may think about financial abundance, but feel stress and anxiety about money, or they may visualize a loving relationship while feeling lonely and doubtful. Since the quantum field responds more strongly to emotion than to thought, the dominant emotional frequency they are broadcasting is one of lack, uncertainty, and resistance, which reinforces the continued absence of their desire. The secret to accelerating manifestation is to sustain the emotional state of your desired reality long enough for it to become the most dominant vibration in your field. This means that even if your external reality has not yet changed, your internal emotional state must already match the outcome you want. When you do this effectively, reality has no choice but to conform, because the universe acts as a mirror, reflecting back the frequency you emit with the greatest intensity. The process of emotional mastery is a deliberate act of creation, not a reactive process where emotions are dictated by circumstances. Most people let external events control their emotions, which keeps them stuck in a feedback loop where they continuously manifest more of the same reality. Those who understand quantum law break free from this cycle by learning to generate emotions independent of circumstances, consciously cultivating the inner state that aligns with the life they want to create. This is why gratitude is one of the most powerful emotional states. It allows you to feel as if your manifestation has already happened, which tells the quantum field to collapse that possibility into reality. When you are grateful for something before it physically exists, you are sending a signal that it is already real, and the universe responds by making it so. The most successful manifestors in history, whether spiritual leaders, high achievers, or extraordinary healers, have all demonstrated this principle. They embody the emotions of their desired reality before it appears, rather than waiting for external conditions to give them permission to feel that way. The reason many people fail to manifest their desires is emotional inconsistency. They shift between belief and doubt, allowing fear, frustration, or impatience to creep in, which weakens their energetic signal and slows the manifestation process. Manifestation is not about forcing reality to change. It is about maintaining a dominant emotional vibration that makes the shift inevitable. Those who experience rapid manifestations are those who remain emotionally unwavering, holding their desired emotional state, even when external circumstances seem contradictory. The most profound transformations occur when a person reaches an emotional threshold, a point where they fully let go of their old emotional patterns and step into a completely new state of being. When this happens, the shift is instantaneous, and quantum leaps become possible, where change that would typically take years happens in a matter of days, hours, or even moments. Scientific studies in epigenetics and neuroplasticity reveal that emotions not only influence external reality, but also reprogram the brain and change genetic expression, proving that your internal emotional state determines your external experiences. This is why people who carry deep emotional wounds often struggle to manifest their desires. They are subconsciously broadcasting the frequency of their past pain rather than the energy of their desired future. The key to breaking free from this cycle is emotional transmutation, which means learning to shift from lower emotional states to higher ones at will. By consistently practicing emotional elevation, you can rewire your brain, alter your nervous system, and shift your energetic frequency to align with the highest versions of reality available in the quantum field. This is what makes emotions true quantum catalysts. They accelerate manifestation by amplifying the intensity of the energetic signal you send to the universe. Every emotion you experience is shaping your reality in real time, whether you realize it or not. The people who live extraordinary lives are those who have learned to consciously direct their emotions, rather than be controlled by them. Instead of waiting for external validation to feel happy, successful, or abundant, they choose those emotions first, creating the conditions for their desires to manifest. They understand that the universe does not operate on probability or randomness, it operates on resonance, meaning that whatever you emotionally embody will be drawn toward you with increasing force. This is why emotional mastery is the foundation of quantum manifestation. When you control your emotions, you control your frequency. And when you control your frequency, you control what reality materializes in your life. The greatest secret of the quantum field is that you do not attract what you want. You attract what you are emotionally aligned with. Those who master this principle are able to collapse timelines, speed up manifestation, and shift into higher realities effortlessly, while those who remain trapped in emotional turbulence find themselves repeating the same patterns over and over. By learning to stabilize high-frequency emotions, you become the architect of your reality rather than a passive observer. Every time you elevate your emotional state, you're not just feeling better, you're literally rewriting your future at the quantum level, selecting new possibilities that align with your upgraded vibration. Emotions are the fastest way to shift timelines, as they generate an immediate energetic field that pulls corresponding realities toward you. The reason reality sometimes feels slow to change is because most people allow their emotions to fluctuate based on external conditions, rather than maintaining a steady emotional state long enough for quantum alignment to occur. Those who master emotional resonance find that manifestation no longer feels like effort or struggle. It becomes an effortless flow, where desires materialize with increasing speed and precision. This is the ultimate secret of quantum creation. When you align your emotions with the reality you desire, the shift is inevitable, and the universe will rearrange itself to match your energetic state. Chapter 6. The Law of Assumption vs. the Law of Attraction. The Law of Assumption and the Law of Attraction are two of the most widely discussed principles in the realm of manifestation, yet their fundamental differences determine the speed, ease, and certainty with which one can shift their reality. While both operate under the quantum principles of consciousness shaping reality, the law of attraction is often misunderstood as a passive process where one must continuously think positively, visualize, and maintain a high vibrational state to attract their desires. This approach implies a separation between the individual and their desires, as it suggests that something must come from outside of them in response to their energy. This belief keeps many stuck in a cycle of hope and waiting, where they are constantly working to align with their desire rather than stepping into it fully. The law of assumption, however, functions on a far deeper and more direct level. It eliminates the concept of attracting something externally and instead imposes reality through absolute certainty. It states that whatever you assume to be true, whether consciously or unconsciously, must become your reality, because the external world is nothing more than a reflection of your internal state. In quantum physics, the observer effect demonstrates that reality exists as a field of infinite probabilities until it is observed with intention, at which point it collapses into a defined state. The law of assumption mirrors this principle by asserting that the moment you accept something as fact within your consciousness, you command reality to reflect it back to you without needing to seek external confirmation. Unlike the law of attraction, which requires belief in an external force responding to your frequency, the law of assumption removes resistance by making the desired reality non-negotiable. There is no attraction process because you already exist within the assumed state. The subconscious mind does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. It accepts whatever is impressed upon it repeatedly as truth. When you assume something as true, you bypass logical reasoning and external validation, which removes the doubts and contradictions that often hinder manifestation. This is why those who master the law of assumption experience faster and more effortless manifestations, compared to those using the law of attraction. The latter often involves effort. People are constantly trying to raise their vibration, repeating affirmations, and attempting to maintain a high frequency, but they may still subconsciously believe they do not yet have what they want, which reinforces the lack of their desire. The law of assumption removes this struggle by skipping the waiting phase entirely. Instead of working to attract a specific outcome, you assume the identity of the person who already possesses it, thereby collapsing the timeline and eliminating delays. If, for example, someone wants financial abundance, the law of attraction might tell them to visualize wealth, feel gratitude for the money they have, and focus on abundance rather than scarcity. While this can be effective over time, many fall into the trap of constantly trying to match the vibration of wealth, while still subconsciously believing they lack it. The law of assumption, on the other hand, tells them to assume they are already wealthy right now, not in the future, not once they receive proof, but in the present moment. Because the subconscious accepts whatever is consistently impressed upon it, the person will begin to think, act, and make decisions as a wealthy individual, and the outer world will have no choice but to shift in accordance with that new assumption. The key difference is that the law of attraction waits for external reality to match internal energy, while the law of assumption forces external reality to conform to internal certainty. Another major distinction between the two is that the law of attraction is dependent on energetic alignment, meaning if an individual's emotions and thoughts fluctuate, their ability to manifest is weakened. People often struggle because they feel good one day, doubtful the next, and their results reflect this inconsistency. The law of assumption eliminates this issue because it is not about emotional highs and lows, but about unwavering conviction. If you assume something is true, whether you feel happy, sad, frustrated, or indifferent, reality still responds accordingly. This is why individuals who firmly believe in their success, despite temporary failures or setbacks, ultimately achieve their goals. They have assumed their success as an inevitability, so obstacles become irrelevant. On the other hand, those relying on the law of attraction often become discouraged when they experience doubt or frustration, believing they have lowered their vibration, which only reinforces the delay of their manifestation. The law of assumption works because assumption creates certainty, and certainty collapses time. When something is absolute in your mind, the quantum field has no choice but to reflect it back to you. This is the reason why those who adopt an identity-level assumption, such as believing they are naturally charismatic, wealthy, or successful, effortlessly attract experiences that match that identity, while those who merely hope for change continue to chase results without fully embodying them. The most powerful aspect of the law of assumption is that it works at the subconscious level, where all deep-rooted beliefs reside. If an individual wants to change their external reality, they must shift their internal narrative, because reality is simply a mirror reflecting their assumptions back at them. This is why certain people seem to have lucky lives where everything works in their favor. It is not luck, but the assumptions they hold about themselves and the world. A person who assumes that money comes easily will always find themselves in situations where wealth flows naturally, while a person who assumes making money is difficult will continue to struggle financially no matter how hard they try to attract abundance. This is because the subconscious mind continuously seeks evidence to reinforce its dominant assumptions, shaping reality accordingly. Those who understand this principle realize that manifestation is not about chasing, attracting, or waiting. It is about embodying the state of being that aligns with the desired outcome, making it an unshakable truth within their consciousness. The law of assumption is the fastest way to shift reality because it removes doubt, struggle, and external dependency. When you assume something as fact, you no longer concern yourself with whether it will happen or when it will happen. You live as though it already has. This unwavering certainty generates an energetic field of inevitability, compelling reality to rearrange itself to match your assumption. Those who use the law of attraction often get caught in cycles of hoping, waiting, and questioning, but those who embody the law of assumption experience immediate shifts because they do not entertain any other possibility. A person who assumes they are already in a loving relationship will naturally attract that experience because their internal state expects it, whereas a person who constantly affirms they want love may continue to experience the lack of it. This is the reason why acting as if is such a powerful manifestation tool. When you live as the version of yourself who already has what you desire, you collapse all competing realities and force the desired one to materialize. Mastering the law of assumption means understanding that reality is not outside of you, but a direct reflection of what you accept as true at the deepest level of your being. Those who command reality through assumption do not hope, wish, or try to attract. They declare their reality through absolute certainty, making it impossible for any other outcome to occur. The highest achievers, visionaries, and manifestors throughout history have all applied this principle, whether knowingly or unknowingly, by refusing to entertain any belief other than the inevitability of their success. They do not wait for external validation, they create internal certainty, and the world conforms accordingly. The greatest secret of the quantum field is that you do not attract what you want. You become what you assume to be true, and when you master this, manifestation ceases to be a process and becomes an effortless unfolding of reality in your favor. Chapter 7. Letting Go, the Secret to Speeding Up Manifestation. Letting go is the most paradoxical yet essential key to rapidly manifesting desires because it removes the invisible resistance that keeps them from materializing. Most people unknowingly sabotage their manifestations by obsessing over the outcome, constantly looking for signs, doubting the process, and attaching intense emotions to whether or not their desire will come true. This creates a vibrational mismatch because their dominant state becomes one of wanting, which the quantum field interprets as lack, thereby perpetuating the experience of not having what is desired. The quantum field, which responds to consciousness, does not distinguish between what one wants and what one assumes. It simply mirrors the dominant state of being. When someone is attached to an outcome, their mind generates anxious energy, frequently checking if the manifestation is happening, analyzing the situation, and sometimes even doubting it altogether. This constant focus on when, how, or if the desire will manifest creates tension and contradiction, making the process slower or even preventing it altogether. Letting go does not mean abandoning the desire, but rather releasing the mental, emotional, and energetic clutching to the outcome, allowing the quantum field to arrange events without interference. When someone desperately desires something, they unknowingly put themselves in a state of waiting, reinforcing the belief that the desire is still separate from them, which only delays its arrival. The paradox is that the more someone wants something, the more they reinforce the fact that they do not yet have it, while the moment they release attachment and surrender to the flow of life, the manifestation happens with remarkable speed. This is why people often experience receiving what they once deeply wanted, only after they have moved on and stopped obsessing over it. Their relaxed state removed the energetic resistance and allowed the quantum field to finally deliver the desired reality. At the quantum level, all possibilities exist simultaneously, but the moment one fixates on a specific outcome with desperate energy, they collapse the infinite pathways through which it could have manifested, creating unnecessary limitations. The quantum field does not operate through force, but through fluidity, trust, and allowance. Those who attempt to force a manifestation by overthinking, micromanaging, or needing constant validation unknowingly push their desire further away because their focus remains on the absence of what they want. Letting go is not about passivity, but about shifting from force to flow, from attachment to allowing, and from control to trust. It means stepping into a state of certainty, knowing that once a desire is clearly defined, it already exists in the unseen realm and will materialize in the physical realm at the perfect time and in the most efficient way. Those who struggle to let go often fear that if they stop thinking about their desire, it will not happen, but the truth is the opposite. Letting go accelerates the process by removing the resistance caused by overattachment. In reality, the moment a desire is assumed as already done, the manifestation process is complete on an energetic level, and any further mental interference is unnecessary and even counterproductive. Just as planting a seed in the soil requires trust that it will grow without needing to dig it up every day, letting go means trusting that the desire is already taking form, even when there is no visible evidence. This is why many people experience delayed manifestations when they are overly attached to the outcome, but see instant results when they genuinely stop caring or shift their focus elsewhere. Their detachment allows reality to realign with their original intention. The fastest manifestors understand that reality mirrors internal certainty, and true certainty does not require reassurance. Those who truly believe their manifestation is done do not check for signs, do not question the process, and do not waste energy wondering when or how it will happen. They operate from a mindset of inevitability. When someone fully embraces this level of detachment, they shift their state from waiting to receiving, which collapses the time delay between intention and manifestation. Many spiritual teachings emphasize the power of surrender, yet few understand its scientific basis. The subconscious mind and the quantum field both respond to relaxed certainty rather than desperate effort. This is why people who expect good things to happen effortlessly seem to receive them with ease, while those who struggle and worry often face delays and setbacks. The former operates from a frequency of flow, while the latter operates from a frequency of lack and struggle. Letting go does not mean not caring. It means caring without needing, wanting without chasing, and desiring without doubting. When someone assumes their desire is already theirs and releases the need to control its arrival, they create an energetic vacuum that pulls the desired reality into existence with incredible speed. This principle is evident in all areas of life. People who are desperate to find love often repel potential partners, while those who radiate confidence and self-sufficiency naturally attract love without effort. Similarly, those who worry about money tend to experience financial struggles, while those who maintain an abundance mindset, even if they currently have little, often find themselves receiving unexpected opportunities and wealth. This is not coincidence. It is quantum mechanics at work. Energy flows where certainty goes. The greatest misconception about manifestation is that one must constantly focus on their desire to make it happen. But the truth is that excessive focus often introduces doubt and impatience, which create resistance. The moment a desire is planted into the subconscious, it is already in motion, and letting go allows it to unfold with ease. This is why meditation, mindfulness, and present moment awareness accelerate manifestation, because they shift focus away from overthinking and into trust and acceptance, which removes energetic barriers. When someone is fully immersed in the present moment, they are no longer reinforcing the absence of their desire, allowing reality to shift effortlessly in their favor. People who grasp this concept stop trying to make things happen and instead start allowing things to happen, which is why they manifest with greater speed and accuracy. The mind is most powerful when it is in a state of knowing, not questioning. The very act of trying to manifest something implies it is not yet real, while the act of letting go and assuming it is already done makes it inevitable. Those who hold on to desires too tightly create an energetic blockage, while those who release attachment create an energetic flow, allowing their manifestations to appear in ways that often seem effortless and miraculous. The secret behind letting go is understanding that manifestation is not about forcing reality to change, but about aligning with the reality that already exists in the quantum field. The most successful manifestors do not spend time wishing, hoping, or waiting. They assume the reality is already what they desire and act accordingly. This is why the law of assumption is far more powerful than the law of attraction, because assumption removes all doubt, whereas attraction still implies that something must come to you from an external source. When someone assumes their manifestation is already complete, they remove all mental and emotional obstacles, allowing it to unfold without interference. Letting go is the final step in manifestation, because it signifies full trust in the unseen. It is the moment when intention turns into reality without effort. Those who master detachment experience instant shifts because they no longer entertain any thought that contradicts their desired reality. They understand that the moment they stop needing, they start receiving, because the universe does not respond to desperate effort, but to unwavering certainty. Letting go is the fastest way to collapse time, making the manifestation process seamless and inevitable. The quantum field is always responding, and when one learns to surrender fully, they unlock the ability to shape reality with absolute precision and ease. Chapter 8. Living in the Quantum Flow. Living in the quantum flow means fully immersing oneself in the natural rhythm of the universe, where energy, frequency, and vibration work in harmony to bring about the highest possible outcomes with ease and precision. It is a state in which one is no longer trapped in the illusion of linear time, cause and effect struggle, or the need to force external circumstances, but instead enters into an effortless dance with reality, allowing manifestations to unfold seamlessly. Most people live in resistance to the flow of life, attempting to control every detail, worrying about outcomes, fearing uncertainty, and operating from a state of doubt and scarcity, which creates energetic barriers that slow down or even block the manifestation process. However, those who learn to align with the quantum field understand that reality is not something to manipulate, it is something to harmonize with. The quantum field operates on the principle of infinite possibilities, and when one learns to trust in its intelligence, they stop trying to force outcomes and instead allow the natural unfolding of events in the most optimal way. Living in the quantum flow means existing in a state of inner certainty, emotional stability, and energetic coherence, where thoughts, beliefs, and emotions are fully aligned with the desired reality, making manifestation instantaneous and effortless. It is the art of becoming the frequency of the reality one desires rather than constantly chasing it, because the moment one vibrationally aligns with their intention, the quantum field has no choice but to reflect it back into their physical experience. Most people remain stuck in struggle because they are energetically blocking their own manifestations through attachment, impatience, doubt, or the constant need for validation. The more someone fixates on an outcome, the more they reinforce the idea that it is not yet here, which keeps them in a perpetual state of wanting rather than having. The quantum flow eliminates this struggle by shifting one's awareness from effort to ease, from forcing to allowing, and from controlling to trusting. Instead of trying to chase results, those in the quantum flow understand that the external world is simply a reflection of their inner state, and therefore, by adjusting their internal frequency, they naturally attract everything they desire without resistance. This is why people who live in the flow experience a life filled with effortless synchronicities, where opportunities, people, and events align perfectly in ways that seem almost magical, because they have surrendered to the natural intelligence of the universe rather than fighting against it. When someone enters this state, life becomes a continuous unfolding of aligned experiences, where manifestations happen without struggle, doors open at the perfect time, and everything falls into place effortlessly. To live in the quantum flow, one must master the ability to release resistance, which means letting go of attachment to a specific timeline, method, or outcome. Resistance is created whenever there is fear, doubt, or control, when the mind operates from a state of needing proof before believing instead of believing before seeing. This is why people who live in flow do not wait for external confirmation before feeling successful, happy, or abundant. They embody those emotions first, and then reality reshapes itself accordingly. The quantum field responds to one's state of being, and the moment one assumes the state of already having what they desire, reality begins to shift immediately. Those who master this process understand that they do not have to worry about how things will happen, because the quantum field is infinitely intelligent and will always arrange events in the most effortless and unexpected ways. The logical mind, conditioned by years of linear thinking, struggles to accept this concept, which is why most people live in resistance rather than in flow. However, once someone learns to detach from external circumstances, trust the unseen, and move in alignment with their highest energy, they begin to witness how reality bends to match their internal state. This is why certain individuals seem to attract wealth, success, relationships, and opportunities with ease, while others struggle despite working hard. The difference is not in action, but in alignment. Another essential aspect of quantum flow is the ability to remain present, because the present moment is the only place where creation happens. Most people either dwell in the past, which keeps them trapped in old patterns and beliefs, or anxiously project into the future, which creates unnecessary stress and delays manifestations. However, those who live in the quantum flow understand that the key to effortless manifestation is full presence, because when one is fully present, they are not generating resistance, overthinking, or reinforcing limiting beliefs. Presence allows the subconscious mind to process information without interference, which is why people in flow experience heightened intuition, effortless decision-making, and an uncanny ability to be in the right place at the right time. Many athletes, artists, and visionaries describe the experience of being in flow state, where everything seems to happen effortlessly, as if guided by an invisible force. This is the quantum flow in action. In this state, time becomes flexible, ideas flow effortlessly, and success unfolds naturally because there is no interference from doubt, hesitation, or resistance. One of the greatest misconceptions about manifestation is the belief that one must always take massive action to achieve results. While action is necessary, it must be aligned action, meaning it must come from a state of inspired energy rather than forced effort. Those who live in quantum flow do not waste energy on actions that feel difficult, heavy, or draining. Instead, they follow their intuition, acting only when they feel a sense of inner alignment and excitement. This is why people in quantum flow often work less, but achieve more, because their actions are backed by powerful energy, allowing them to collapse time and receive results much faster than those who are constantly struggling. Many individuals experience frustration because they are taking action from a place of lack, fear, or desperation, which only creates more resistance. However, the moment one shifts into trust, certainty, and alignment, their efforts are amplified exponentially, and reality begins to move in their favor. To fully integrate the quantum flow into daily life, one must adopt a mindset of trust, openness, and surrender, recognizing that the universe is constantly responding to their internal energy rather than their external efforts alone. This means replacing doubt with faith, replacing stress with certainty, and replacing effort with energetic alignment. Those who operate in this state realize that they do not need to chase success, love, money, or happiness, because these things naturally flow to those who are already vibrating at their frequency. This is why the most successful individuals are often the most detached from outcomes, not because they do not care, but because they know with absolute certainty that their success is inevitable, allowing reality to reflect this truth. Quantum flow is not about forcing life to conform to rigid expectations, but about becoming so internally aligned with a desired state that the universe has no choice but to mirror it. This is why those who embrace the unknown, trust in the process, and move with intuitive guidance, rather than fear, experience instant manifestations, synchronicities, and miraculous breakthroughs. Ultimately, living in the quantum flow is the secret to effortless success, unlimited creativity, and rapid manifestation, because it aligns one's energy with the natural intelligence of the universe, allowing life to unfold in ways that far surpass logical limitations. It is the ability to move through life with ease, confidence, and unwavering trust, knowing that everything is always working out in one's favor, even when physical evidence has yet to appear. Those who master this state experience a level of freedom that most people can only dream of, because they are no longer waiting for life to change before they feel fulfilled. They feel fulfilled first, and then life changes to match their internal state. The quantum flow is the highest level of mastery, where one moves beyond the illusion of struggle and enters a reality where success, joy, and abundance come effortlessly, not because of luck, but because energy always precedes matter, and alignment always precedes manifestation, Conclusion. The journey into the quantum realm reveals the most profound and life-altering truth. Reality is not a rigid, predetermined structure, but a fluid, ever-malleable reflection of the consciousness that interacts with it. Every person is not merely an observer, but an active creator, shaping their experience through their thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and energetic frequencies. The moment this truth is fully integrated, life ceases to be something happening randomly, dictated by luck, external circumstances, or forces beyond one's control. Instead, it becomes an intelligent, responsive mirror, bending to reflect the internal state of being with absolute precision. The key is not effort, struggle, or force. It is alignment. Those who grasp this understanding stop reacting to external conditions as if they are set in stone, and instead learn to adjust their energy first, knowing that reality will then recalibrate accordingly. This is not just theory, but a scientifically backed understanding of quantum mechanics, where consciousness itself influences the behavior of subatomic particles, proving that the external world is shaped by the internal observer. This means that nothing is truly separate. Thoughts, emotions, and intentions are not confined within the mind, but are vibrational signals that ripple out into the quantum field, where they collapse into physical experiences. To truly master this, one must let go of the old paradigm of cause and effect, the idea that external conditions dictate internal states, and instead adopt the quantum paradigm of cause through effect, where the internal state dictates external circumstances. The person who operates in this new paradigm no longer waits for success to feel successful, no longer waits for love to feel loved, no longer waits for abundance to feel abundant. They generate the feeling internally first, knowing that by doing so, the quantum field must respond in kind. This is why those who apply these principles experience reality shifts that seem almost miraculous to those still bound by traditional thinking. What once seemed impossible suddenly unfolds effortlessly, and what once required years of struggle begins to manifest in days, even moments. This is not magic. It is the fundamental law of energy, vibration, and frequency, operating with mathematical precision at every moment. The only reason most people struggle is that they remain unaware of their own creative power, believing that reality is something external to be conquered, rather than something internal to be directed. The secret to mastery lies in energetic coherence, where thoughts, emotions, and beliefs are not in contradiction, but in perfect alignment with the desired outcome. Most people unknowingly send mixed signals to the universe. They may want wealth, but feel scarcity, desire success, but fear failure, or seek love, but feel unworthy. These contradictions create energetic resistance, preventing manifestations from materializing. The moment resistance is removed and full coherence is achieved, manifestation becomes instantaneous. This is why those who reach this state of alignment find that their desires materialize with almost effortless ease, because they are no longer broadcasting frequencies of doubt, fear, or separation. They have shifted into the state of already having, and the quantum field, which does not distinguish between imagination and physical reality, responds accordingly by collapsing infinite possibilities into the one that matches their dominant vibration. The most difficult part for many is letting go of old conditioning, because the mind, shaped by years of societal programming, is conditioned to believe only in what it can see, rather than understanding that it sees only what it believes. The mind clings to past experiences, reinforcing limiting beliefs that keep one trapped in cycles of repetition, experiencing the same struggles, setbacks, and disappointments over and over again. But the moment one realizes that beliefs are not facts but programs, they gain the ability to overwrite those programs and install new, more empowering ones. This is where true quantum mastery begins, by reprogramming the subconscious mind so that its dominant expectations align with the desired reality. The subconscious is the interface between consciousness and the quantum field, and whatever it holds as true and familiar becomes the default script for external experience. The person who reprograms their subconscious to accept abundance, success, love, and limitless possibilities as their natural state will find that their reality transforms to match it with mathematical certainty. Another key realization in mastering the quantum field is understanding the power of surrender. Most people unknowingly block their manifestations because they are too attached to how, when, or in what way their desires will materialize. This attachment creates a state of lack and desperation, which sends out a frequency of not having, causing the universe to reflect that exact state back. However, when one detaches from the outcome and instead focuses on maintaining the vibration of already having, they allow the universe to orchestrate events in ways that far surpass what the logical mind could have planned. This is why manifestations often appear in unexpected ways, at unexpected times, through unexpected means, because the quantum field operates through infinite pathways, and when one releases control, it finds the fastest and most effortless route to deliver the desired result. This understanding also leads to the realization that time itself is flexible. In the quantum realm, there is no linear past, present, or future. There is only the eternal now, where all possibilities exist simultaneously. The only reason people experience delay is because their energy is out of alignment, causing them to remain stuck in temporal loops, replaying the same experiences over and over. However, the moment one shifts into the state of already having, time collapses, and manifestations accelerate at speeds that defy logic. This is why those who fully embody quantum principles experience quantum leaps, where shifts that should have taken years occur in days or even moments. Time bends to the dominant energy, and when someone aligns completely with their desired reality, the universe fast-tracks it into existence. Ultimately, the greatest realization one can have is that life is not something to be controlled, it is something to be aligned with. Those who fight against reality, resist change, and operate from fear or doubt find themselves in endless struggle, constantly trying to fix the external world without realizing that the true shift must happen internally. But those who understand that the external world is nothing more than a mirror of their own energetic state gain the ultimate power, the ability to reshape reality at will, by simply becoming the frequency of the reality they wish to experience. This is the highest level of mastery, where one no longer needs to chase success, love, wealth, or happiness, because they have become the vibrational match for those experiences, allowing them to flow naturally. The final truth is that everything already exists in potential, and the only thing that determines which version of reality one experiences is the energy they consistently emit. The universe is not random, nor is it selective, it simply responds to vibration. Those who live in a state of fear, doubt, and scarcity will see those reflected back, while those who exist in a state of abundance, certainty, and joy will experience that as their reality. The shift is not external, it is purely internal, and the moment this is understood, life transforms from a game of effort and struggle into a symphony of effortless manifestation, synchronicity, and limitless possibilities. The quantum law is absolute align, and the shift happens instantly.